Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudirayin Nasta Prayeshu Vadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
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 Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
We are going to read from Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th Canto, Chapter 20, Text 13. 15, isn't it? 15. Ah, that's true, yes, correct, 15. Text 15. Dridham pandita mani agya stabdosya smadupekshaya machasana tigoyas tvam achidat brashyase shriya. Translation from purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Word by word, please repeat. Dridham, so firmly convinced, or fixed in your decision. Panditamani, considering yourself very learned. Agya, at the same time, foolish. Stabda, impudent. Asi, you have become. Asmat, of us. Upekshaya, by disregarding. Matshasana atiga, surpassing the jurisdiction of my administration. Yeah, such a person as you. Tuam, yourself. Chirat, very soon. Brashyase, will fall down. Shriya, from all opulence. Although you have no knowledge, you have become a so-called learned person, and therefore you dare be so impudent as to disobey my order. Because of disobeying me, you shall very soon be bereft of all your opulence. Purport. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that Bali Maharaj was not Panditamani, or one who falsely assumed himself learned. Rather, he was Panditamani Gya, one who is so learned that all other learned persons worship him. And because he was so learned, he could disobey the order of his so-called spiritual master. He had no fear of any condition of material existence. Anyone cared for by Lord Vishnu does not need to care about anyone else. Thus, Bali Maharaj could never be bereft of all opulences. The opulences offered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead are not to be compared to the opulences obtained by Karma Kanda. In other words, if a devotee becomes very opulent, it is to be understood that his opulence is a gift of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such opulence will never be vanquished, whereas the opulence achieved by one's fruitive activity may be vanquished at any moment. Om Agyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Sarakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in the darkest of ignorance, and my spiritual master Srila Prabhupada opened my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my humble respect and obeisance unto him. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So Sukracharya is chastising Bali Maharaj, calling him fool because he's disobeying him, telling him, you think yourself very learned, but you are not. And that's why you dare to be so impudent to disobey my order. And because of that, you will lose all your opulence. So, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explained that actually Bali Maharaj was not Pandita Mario, falsely assuming himself to be learned, but he was Pandita Manya Gya, whose so learned that he is worshipped by all other learned persons. So, I mean to say, when the Supreme Lord offers protection to his devotees, nobody can harm them. So Bali Maharaj was under the protection of the Supreme Lord because he was willing to surrender fully to him, even at the risk of disobeying his own spiritual master. I mean, it is an offense to disobey the order of the spiritual master, but this is a so-called spiritual master who go against the principle of surrendering to Krishna through devotional service can be rejected. And Shukracharya was, he was interested more in material opulence than spiritual opulence. So his main concern was, if Bali Maharaj loses opulence, he will also lose because he had family. He need to be maintained by Bali Maharaj. If Bali Maharaj loses everything, then he also suffers. So that was his main concern. So there is a difference between the opulence offered by the Lord and opulence obtained by karmakanda, by pious material activities. And in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Radha Parisisvara asked Shukadev Goswami, why generally we see that devotees of the Lord, Supreme Lord, generally not opulent materially, but we see that the devotees of Lord Shiva, they are very much opulent. Why is that? So Shukadev Goswami explained that actually the opulence achieved by blessing from Lord Shiva are under the three modes of nature, and they may disappear any moment. But the opulence, the spiritual opulence that the devotee receive from the Supreme Lord, Vishnu or Krishna, are permanent asset. They are not gonna be lost in time. Even if the devotee get materially opulence, he used that in the Krishna service. He doesn't feel himself the owner of this opulence. So there is no risk for him to forget Krishna. Prabhupada explained, generally speaking, very rich people not interested in spiritual life. Because they think, why I need God for? I have everything. These people go to church, pray to God, to give them their daily food, daily bread. But the so-called renunciant come to my door begging. So I am better God than Vishnu. They depend on me. So this, generally speaking, material opulence makes a person proud. And therefore not able to understand that everything he has to give up away when he's dying. He can't carry anything to the next life. So there is one wonderful pastime, Narad Muni. He went to see Vaishnava couple, very devoted, great pure devotees, and they always engaged in the service of Krishna, chanting his glories, serving his deity. But they were very poor. They didn't have much money. They were struggling always. So after he had darshan with them, he went to see Lord Krishna in Dwarka. And he told Krishna about them. He said, my dear Lord, can you give them some opulence, I mean, they are your devotee, they're struggling, even their clothes is all with holes in it. So they hardly eat once a day. So please, why you don't be kind to them and give some opulence to them? And Krishna said, I don't give it to them because they are not interested in this. And Naramu said, it doesn't matter, even if not interested, give it anyway. So Krishna said, all right, I can do that. Go and see what will happen. You will see with your own eyes how they will deal with that. So he went to their house again, waited outside, and when they both were going to the temple, they opened the door. In front of their door was a pile of golden coin, big pile of golden coin like this. And when they saw that, he started to cover it with dirt, you know. The wife asking, what you're doing? Said, people kill each other for these things. So I don't want anybody become, greedy to fight, kill each other. So I'm covering it. The wife said, you're covering dirt with dirt. What is the use of covering dirt with dirt? The Bhagavatam said that a self-realized person sees stone, gold, the same thing. So they realized that. They didn't care for that. So then Naramuni understood. They are beyond that. They don't care for that. But see, in the pastime of Sudama Vipra, Krishna gave a lot of opulence. The devotee didn't ask for it. He felt ashamed. His wife told him, you are very poor, you have a very rich friend, Krishna. You were a schoolmate, you went together to school. Why you don't ask his help? He will easily will help you. He didn't want to, but he thought will be a nice opportunity to have darshan with my good friend Krishna. So he agreed. But he said, should I take a gift? But we don't have nothing at home. So they have from the neighbor. They were also poor, the neighbor. So they gave him broken rice, cooked broken rice. Less quality rice, So he put it in a bundle, the cloth, and went to see Krishna. And well, Gauranga, they see Brahmana, they allow him in. Okay. And Krishna was told, oh, Brahmana's coming. Oh, must be my friend Sudama. So he was very nicely received. Krishna made him sit in the asana, washed his feet, offered him nice opulent prasad, He was fanning him, his wife Rukmini was fanning him. And after all this, they were sitting together sharing their memories, We were at the Gurukul at Sandipani Muni's. One day, our Guru asked us to bring firewood from the forest, and there was a storm and rain. We had to take shelter in the cave. We were freezing inside the cave, and next day, our Guru disciple came to search for us, and he was very pleased with us because we made this effort to do the service. So they were sharing these nice memories. And Krishna noticed he had some cloth tied to his dhoti. Did you bring me some gift? No, Krishna, this is not, it's not appropriate for you. No, I have to try this. It was a gift from my dear friend. So Krishna opened the cloth, was inside the broken rice. He took a little and ate it. And such a nectar, such a wonderful nectar. He wanted to take another morsel, and Rukmini stopped him. She said, by taking one morsel, I am indebted to give him all opulence. If you take another one, I have to go to his house, become his servant. So please stop, only one. So anyway, he didn't ask nothing from Krishna, So he left back to his home. And this reminds me of the pastime of Lord Chaitanya. when Raghunath Goswami, he escaped from home and went to join Lord Chaitanya in Jagannath Puri, his father sent 10 servants to take care of him, you know. And they arranged prasad, big quantities. So Raghunath Goswami invited Lord Chaitanya, invited all the Vaishnava for nice Vaishnava prasad feast. Everybody come, enjoy nice prasad. And that went on for some time. But then Raghunath Goswami thought, this is not appropriate, you know. I renounced the world. I shall not accept service from my father, you know. So he sent the servant back. I don't need you anymore. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, how is living Raghunath Das now? How is eating? How is surviving? Oh, he's not accepting his father's gift anymore. So how he does, he go to the Jagannath temple at the door and he begged the doorkeepers some little prasad. So they give him some Mahaprasad. That's the way he survived. Oh, that's much better, said Lord Chaitanya. And then after some time, he asked again about him. Oh, he's not accepting even that. What he's doing then? He's collecting the black rice thrown in the garbage. He wash it and clean it. That's all he eat. Not even the cows will eat this rice. It's so bad. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to see him one day, and Raghunath Das was, he had a stone, and he will take grain by grain, he will smash it, rub it against the stone, until the black part disappear, only the heart will be a little white, no? So from big pile he will get this only what is possible to have in the palm of your hand. So he had that in his hand, and suddenly Lord Chaitanya came. So he hid it behind his back. So Lord Chaitanya said, "You're having a feast and not inviting me." He said, "No, my Lord, this is not appropriate for you, you know." And he snatched from his hand and ate it. He said, Mahaprabhu said, "This is the best nectar I had." So Krishna is pleased by the loving service of his devotee, not by material opulence. That's not attractive much. The story of Vidura is also very, very instructive. That when Krishna accepted to be messengers of the Pandavas, and he went to speak with them for peace, to avoid the war, Duryodhana invited him to his palace. I can offer you very nice, opulent food and entertainment, dances, everything. Please come to my palace. The reason he wanted, not because he was devotee or nothing, he wanted to get political point that he invited Krishna, so he would be more on my side now. Krishna did not accept the invitation. He said, "I don't like to go to the house of a non-devotee who are lusty and greedy like you. Sorry. Bye. I prefer to go to my devotee's house, Vidura." So he went to Vidura's house, simple house, you know, and his wife cooked prasad for Krishna. And Vidura was in the Vatsalya Bhav, fatherly love for Krishna. He was elderly, much elderly. So he was feeding Krishna with his own hand, putting the food in Krishna's mouth like a baby, you know. And Krishna was accepting this loving dealings, you know, with his pure devotee. And at the end, the sweet was a banana. So Vidura peeled the banana, but he was so much in ecstasy feeding Krishna, he forgot, and instead of giving the banana, he was giving the peel to Krishna. And Krishna looked at him, his eyes were filled so much love. Krishna started eating the peel, because it was offered by love by his devotee. So this is the whole point of Bhakti Yoga, Krishna consciousness, to develop this kind of love, because Krishna can't be conquered any other way but by pure love. So we can appreciate those feelings of great devotees and pray maybe one day we'll have a little bit of some sentiment, pure sentiment to please Krishna through devotional service. So when Sudama went back to his home, he didn't recognize his home. It was a palace there. It was a big palace there. And his wife came dressed as a queen, all full of silk. His children also were dressed like princes. It was very amazing. He thought, oh, maybe I mistook my house, somebody else. And the wife said, no. Overnight, when we woke up, we found ourselves in this big palace with servants and so much opulence. Must be Krishna's, your friend, gift, Krishna. Of course, he used everything for Krishna's service. So Krishna doesn't give opulence to a devotee who he knows he will not be ready to receive it. Because he may know that may get confused and go into sense gratification, forgetting Krishna. So he will not give the opulence. But very advanced devotee, if they need it, Krishna will give. For example, Srila Prabhupada said that one astrologer in India told him that he will be a very rich man when he was Grihastha life. So he thought, my guru gave me the instruction, if I get money, print books. So I'm gonna, since astrologers say I will become rich, I will make business, become rich and print many books to please my guru. That was his idea. Because he met Srila Bhakti Sundar and Radha Kunda, and his guru instructed him, if you ever get money, print books. So that was, but Krishna has different plan for him. Thieves broke in, they stole all the valuable equipment, and he was broken, he lost everything. So he consulted with his godbrothers about this, and there is a verse in the Shastra said that when Krishna favored his devotee, he take away all his opulence. So brother, this applied to me? Saying yes, it definitely applies to you. Krishna has a different plan for you. So anyway, he took Vanaprastha, went to Vrindavan. He left his children, grown-up children, take care of the business, whatever. And then, of course, the rest of the story. He came to the Western world, and at the beginning, 1 year struggling, and then gradually Krishna started. I just came from New York, went to the park where Prabhupada started chanting under the tree. It's that called Hare Krishna tree. Yeah, there's a plaque there, Hare Krishna tree. Radha Parisisvara Mandir. So, and suddenly, in few years, he became so successful, opening temples all over the world, traveling 14 times in 12 years around the globe, getting big properties, very opulent properties, and he got one very rich disciple, Ambarish Prabhu, the great grandson of Ford. And Prabhupada told him, your service is to sign the checks. That's your service. So Prabhupada saw a big house in Detroit. He said, we should buy this house. They went inside to see it. It was on sale. So they went to see. I visited that temple. Very opulent. Big house, very opulent. They have a river in the back, and the boat can come in the back side of the house, and everything marble, everything. Even in the bathroom, the handles are made of gold. I mean, very opulent mansion is a mansion. So Prabhupada called the man, who's selling the house. They wanted to sell in $1 million at that time. Prabhupada told him, look, I am a beggar. Why you don't give me the house for free? The man said, no, I can't do that. Sorry. Prabhupada said, okay. I will give you cash in your hand, $300,000. The man said, we have to think about it. Finally, the man came in the evening drunk with 2 women. Okay, I will sell you the house. Give me the money. Prabhupada said, 1 room cost this $300, not the whole house. 1 room is so opulent that. So Prabhupada Kalambarish, okay, signed. Then another Mataji also, she was rich family. Both of them put half each one. And their forefathers, they fighting each other because her father was in charge of protecting the workers at the factory, Ford factory. So he will fight the great-grandfather of Ambarish. But now they came together serving Prabhupada, serving Krishna. They put Prabhupada, after a few days, he left. He said, bought a big mansion, but I'm not staying in it. Hare Krishna. The Prabhupada said, I got the curse of Nara Muni. Can I stay too much long in one place? And say, I'm passing this curse to my disciples also. At least the sannyasi disciples. They have to keep moving all the time. Can't stay too long in one place. So anyway, so this is the whole purpose of Bali Maharaj refusing to follow the order of his guru, because he knew, what is the use of material opulence if I don't get the favor of the Lord, the mercy of the Lord? There's no use to me. No. Once, so he had full faith that by surrendering to Krishna, he will get everything. He will not be a loser. So he surrendered to Krishna, and Krishna sent him to Rasatala, lower planetary. But there he had more opulence than Indraloka. And not only that, Bhamanadev told him, I will be at your door as your doorkeeper. So just see, no? The devotee surrendered Krishna never loses. It always, even materially speaking. What to speak of spiritually? No? So we should have this firm faith, no? That by following the process Krishna consciousness as laid down by Prabhupada, the Acharyas, we will get all spiritual opulence. And this is more important spiritual opulence than all the material opulence. What is the use of material opulence? You can't take it to the next life. But spiritual opulence, you take to the next life. You never loses any advancement you make, you carry it to the next life. So better to endeavor for material, whatever you need, Krishna will provide. Be satisfied with the bare necessities of life. Whatever comes by a little effort, not too much, and have more time to practice Krishna consciousness. That's the whole idea. To simple life, high thinking. All right, I will stop here. Is there any comment or questions? Yes.
I had a comment from that I thought of yesterday, but I forgot to ask it. We were talking about how the material world is a miserable place.
Yes.
And that when, so that it's not a problem for the devotee because it's just impetus to become more surrendered,
yes,
more enthusiastic to go back to Godhead. But Also, sometimes we experience like if we have different issues with our health, it's also very frustrating because it makes it harder to do our service to Krishna.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. So what about that?
That's why Srila Prabhupada said, take care of your health.
Yeah.
You know, when one devotee, Jadurani, she was neglecting her health to do more service, Prabhupada chastised her. And Prabhupada said, he put a list on the temple board of priorities. The first thing, take care of your health. Second, chant your rounds, japa. Third, you do your service you have to do, you have prescribed duty, you do. And fourth, read the books. He said, and that importance. So of course, it's very important to take care of health. And that means, what means to take care of health? Means do some exercise. Prabhupada used to go every day for a walk. I went this morning. It's very good for health. To walk every day. Fast, not like slow. Not like a tortoise, but go fast. Minimum half an hour. That for health is good. And also good diet, you know. Don't eat too much rich food, you know. Prabhupada gave simple diet to the devotees. Rice, dal, chapati, sabji. Only on Sunday you can have some pakoras and halwa and all this. I mean to say, simple life, high thinking. And one should learn how to follow, you know, the recommendation, you know, for keeping good health. So we can always be able to do service. Because if you don't have good health, your service will suffer, you know. Will not be able even to chant. So it's important to keep good health. Prabhupada in his letter always say at the end, I hope you are in good health, you know. He always sign like that. So. Yes?
Thank you very much for mentioning this point. For me it's difficult in temples where we have everyday opulent prasad to renounce and take service.
Prabhupada said, give them to the grihastha. Brahmachari should do more austerity.
What is the last one that you said?
The once on Sunday you can have, but not every day. No? Anyway, you take little is okay, but depend on the amount, you know. When once Prabhupada assembled all the devotees and told them, from now on we are gonna eat less. All the devotees protested. Prabhupada, when we joined, you told us, that was at the beginning of the movement, you know. When we joined, you told us we can eat everything we want. Prabhupada said, yes, I did say that. And when I said that, nobody protested. And one devotee asked Prabhupada, I don't know if I eat more or less. Prabhupada said, if you want to make mistake and less, not the more. And also the first temple, I visited the 2nd Avenue, and there's an anecdote that Kirtanananda, he was telling devotees, you can't eat more than 2 sweet bowls, simple, wonderful, only, no more than 2. The devotee wanted more. So they went to Prabhupada complaining. So Prabhupada assembled all together. He said, from now on, Kirtananda will have only 2 sweet bowls. All the rest can have more. And also at the beginning of the movement, the devotee always have a jar full of gulab jamun. if somebody wanted to leave the temple, they sit him, give him all the gulab jamun. So after that, he would don't want to leave. They tell him, where you will find such nice food, such nice philosophy, nice association. Okay, I will stay. I mean to say, spiritual life, the only pleasure devotee have actually is good prasad, isn't it? They don't have another sense gratification, they follow. But Prabhupada said if you overeat, then you can have health problems. So don't know, take what you need, no more, no less. If you want to make mistake less. Before I came to the movement, I was practicing yoga, became vegetarian. When I started in the temple, I was surprised to see devotees on Sunday feast being like Govardhan hill. And what kind of yogis are this? I used to eat little, fruit and something like that. But I saw that after that, they will go up to the temple, have a kirtan, all dancing, jumping. Also, all the energy they release it use it in the kirtan. So I started imitating them. After a few days, I also was having Govardhan hill. So the spiritual life is not dry. Should be not something dry renunciation. Because Paramatma is in the heart, we should not do so severe austerity that Paramatma will be disturbed, Prabhupada saying in the Bhagavad Gita. So, but basic austerity, follow the 4 regulative principles, get up early, do sadhana, Of course, after a certain age, one has to be more careful with the diet because, the health is not as good as when one young. When you are young, you can digest even stones. No? But Prabhupada loved to see the devotee taking prasad. Prabhupada was taking prasad with the devotees. And Radha Krishna Maharaj complained, Prabhupada, this devotee stole my gulab jamun. Prabhupada smiled and said, he made spiritual advancement. When Prabhupada was in South America, Venezuela, visiting our temple, we were lined up outside his door, waiting for the servant, Shutakirti, to come with the tray. Prabhupada's left over Mahaprasad. He will give little to everyone, So one day when the devotee was at the end of the line, he became anxious. He didn't wait. Maybe I will not get anything. So he jumped on the plate, and the plate fell on the floor, making big noise. So we all jumped on the plate because we didn't want to have nothing. So I was able to catch a small piece of orange chewed by Prabhupada immediately. So Prabhupada opened the door because he heard the noise, and looked, and he saw the devotee there doing. He smiled. He smiled. He went back into the room. Hare Krishna. Yes.
Hare Krishna. We can see from scriptures that in this time there was different types of gurus, and today, at least in the Western countries, we mainly see the let's say the Shiksha Guru, Diksha Guru, and it's not widespread to have mentorship, the family guru, and there's, let's say, one maybe two identified gurus.
Yeah.
How this happened, and how relevant is it to have still this function that is mentioned, especially in this story?
Well, I mean to say, according to the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru should be considered on the same level. And we see our Guru Parampara is not all Diksha, it's all mostly Shiksha. Jagannath Das Babaji was Shiksha Guru of Bhakti Thakur, Bhakti Thakur was Shiksha Guru of Gaurkishore Das Babaji. Then Gaurkishore did initiate, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta did initiate, but there are also Shiksha. So, depend on the inspiration, when you get more inspiration. Prabhupada told his disciple, I am your Diksha and Shiksha Guru also, both. So, generally speaking, we should not take lightly Shiksha Guru. Shiksha Guru is important. And that means somebody will really inspire you in the spirit. You can have only one Diksha Guru, but can have one or more Shiksha Guru if you need. So it's not that somebody have to tell you this one is your Shiksha Guru. It's not like that. You have to have the inspiration in your spiritual life.
And what about mentorship? Nowadays we hear about having a mentor, which was...
Oh, that's a system in India and the Chopati temple, because they have big congregation. The Guru can take care of everyone, so many. So he had appointed some disciples to make follow-up on their spiritual progress, how they're doing, japa, reading. So it's not that necessarily his Shiksha Guru. And I mean, there are general Shiksha Gurus, general. Anybody who gives instruction is Shiksha, no? But I mean to say, there are actually another type of gurus called Vartma Pradarshaka Guru, the one who show you the path, who tell you, go to the temple, it's good for you, practice Bhakti Yoga. That he shows you the way, or the first person who gave you a book on the street, you start reading it, that's Vartma Pradarshaka Guru, he show you the way. So there are these three types of guru. So, I mean, it should not be done something artificially, that imposing gurus or that guru, this guru. No. What you're feeling, the inspiration you're receiving. When we read Prabhupada's book, we're accepting him as our Shiksha Guru, giving us instructions. So the most prominent Shiksha Guru in ISKCON is Prabhupada. He's instructing everyone through his books, through his lectures, classes, like that. But sometimes in Guru Nanak movement may have too many thousand disciples, have time to take care of everyone. So you may have, helpers, or you may get inspired to have a Shiksha Guru. You can more accessible to get instructions and to get inspiration. It's a family. ISKCON is a big family. There's father, there's uncle, there's cousins. And Prabhupada said everything should be based on love and trust, relationship between devotees, love and trust. That should be the way we deal with devotees. Okay. Yes?
Thank you very much. How to choose the ratio, like how much we listen to Prabhupada's lectures of our Diksha Guru, Shiksha Guru, because some devotees are saying, oh, you are like neglecting Prabhupada, you are listening too much to this Guru, but you're not listening to your Diksha Guru or to Prabhupada. How to know the right balance?
All right. I mean to say, Prabhupada gave instruction to his disciples, become qualified and become guru, no? So that means if you hear them, you're not neglecting Prabhupada, you're following Prabhupada's instruction. Prabhupada said, the parampara should continue, the guru parampara. But some devotees think only Prabhupada, nobody else. Our process is not to rest, but to how you call it, sumar, no restar. Sumar, plus, not less.
Okay,
Increase.
to add.
To increase.
To increase, not to decrease. So that's the process. The balance doesn't matter, the balance, in the sense that you hear from everyone. It's not that I have a quote, I have to hear Prabhupada this much, Guru this much. It's not like that. We're not mechanical process, that you have to have certain quota, no? Whatever time you have, you want to hear, it's okay. Important thing here about Krishna. Where you get the inspiration. Of course, if one have Diksha Guru and want to accept Shiksha Guru, he must get permission from his Diksha Guru. If want to make it formal, to make it formalized. I have some Shiksha disciples who are initiated by other gurus, and I told them, if your Guru give permission, I can accept being your Shiksha Guru. So the Guru accept, and they, it's like a normal Guru. You have picture, they offer everything, they do everything. It's like the same level as Diksha Guru. That's the etiquette, actually. Chaitanya Charitamrita explains that. Should not discriminate between Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru. They are on the same level. If you do it formally, if you do it informally, it doesn't matter. You can hear from everyone and get inspiration from wherever it comes. Yes.
Thank you very much. This is very interesting. So some of us ask Guru for permission to read the books from other authors to give blessings. But should we do the same with listening to lectures of other?
No need to ask permission for your lectures. We every day we have lecture in our temples. Different speakers are there. It's not, Guru, can I hear the class by? It's not necessary. Only if you want to accept formally Shiksha Guru, you worship him as your own Guru, then you need to ask permission. Otherwise, no need to read a book or to hear lectures.
On the same topic, in the temple, we may face a situation where we know that today it's a devotee giving the class, and we think that you want to hear a class of your Guru Maharaj or this at this time, and the mind is telling you, it's okay, you better hear your spiritual master Srila Prabhupada. And at the same time, a class is also a way for us to serve by attending the class, by being present with them. So how to find the proper balance and how to help our mind to take good decisions.
We should follow Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada said you must attend Srimad Bhagavatam class. So whoever is speaking, one should hear. To say, we should appreciate all devotees. Not only my Guru and Prabhupada, and I don't care about anybody else. This is a very neophyte mentality. We should appreciate, we want to hear from all devotees. They have their own realization. So we want to know, their understanding of Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada says appreciation amongst devotees created by Vaikuntha atmosphere. So it's important. All right, thank you very much for nice questions. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaura Premanandi.
Thank you for your nice answers.
Bhakti Sundar Goswami Maharaj ki
Jai.